so much for joining me for this week's episode of the ABCs of a Successful Social Media Presence. Of course, my name is Erica. I am the social media manager here at Sweet Sue Media. And if you're just joining me for this series, welcome to you. Thanks for watching. What I'll be doing over the next few weeks is giving you tips, tools, information, and sharing knowledge with you that I think will help you, the small business owner, be more confident in navigating the social media landscape, as well as be more effective in engaging with your followers and with your customers. With that, let's go ahead and get into it. This week we are on the letter J, and today J is for jot and journal. So what I like to do, and I do it for my own purposes and for my clients as well, is I keep a notepad with me. I like pen and paper. Some people like to use their phones, and I do that from time to time, and I also use my tablet to keep notes. But I like to keep a notepad. Whenever I see an idea or come across a piece of content or a tool or a program or something that I want to use for either myself or for a client, I'll jot that thing down. I'll write it down to keep track of it. If you're anything like me, if it doesn't get written down 9 times out of 10, I'll forget about it or forget what it was that I was going to do. So I like to jot things down just to keep track of them. Now, if it's a tool or something that you're using for social media, like I do, once I've used it or implemented that piece of information, I will journal about it. I'll write down what was good about it, what I liked about it, what I didn't like, what worked, essentially listing the pros and cons of whatever that piece of information or piece of content is that I used. The good thing about that is because things change in the world of social media so much, there's always something new. There's a new trend, there's a new program, there's a new tool, there's something that is changing almost daily at this point with social media. So I like to keep up with those things that I see that I maybe want to try at some point or another, and writing them down helps me to do that. Journaling about it helps me to keep track of the things that worked and what didn't work. And the good thing about journaling about it is the things that work for you, fantastic. That's what we want. We want tools and information to work for you that will be effective and great for your engagement. But if you get something that doesn't work, don't throw it away. Trends change all the time. Algorithms change. So something that didn't work for you today, it may work 6 months from now or a year down the line. And I like to keep track of those things because sometimes you do need to revisit them. Again, things change all the time, and you don't want to be in a situation where you could potentially have a piece of information or a tool or some content that could help your engagement that you didn't use. And of course, it's not guaranteed. This is not scientific, but I just like to keep up with those things just so I know what is working, what's not working, and what's going to be good for engagement. So our tip for this week, very simple. Jot down the ideas and the things that you want to try with your social media accounts. And once you've done that, once you've used them and implemented them, journal about it, list the pros and cons. And if it's something that didn't work, don't throw it away. Keep it for later. Maybe you can revisit that idea or that trend further on down the line. That's all I have for you today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Of course, as always, I am a certified social media manager. So if you need help self-managing, if you want to be coached into doing your own thing, or if you want a plan where you are completely hands off and you want me to engage that for you, I would love to sit down and talk with you about your business. Let's talk about your traffic. Let's talk about how we can get more revenue in your pocket. Thanks again for joining me today. Come back next week. I will have another tip for you in this series, the ABCs of a Successful Social Media Presence. Thanks, guys. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.